I've never seen an unhappy black woman with a fine-ass white man. I've never seen it.
There is a popular belief that white men make better fathers, husbands, and always treat their woman well. That's popular. Who believes that?
Fellas, you wanna know why you black queens are choosing these white men? I'm motherfucking tell you. The black bitch go get a white nigga. This motherfucking kissing toes, bowing down, buying houses on the first day.
I'm actually that serious. You are serious. That is a...
Because the ones that be happy as hell with their white man, they be getting everything that they want. And that's gonna be me next. Happily in love, living a life, they man spoiling them. They just over there. Where the white man at? I'm at the point where I'm sick of you niggas. Like, I am. Y'all give nothing no more. So I'm dating out of my comfort zone now, and I'm gonna get me a Caucasian man. So where y'all at?
Who believes?
Let me finish the question.
That's a lie.
Let me finish the question. Did your upbringing prepare you to be a wife and mother, or did you have to learn on the go?
I really had to learn.
Okay.
I definitely had to learn. My mom's way of doing things was right for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember speaking once about how I was trying to make myself like my mother. I was making an idol of being clean. Like the house had to be perfect. I have 4 kids. And I finally realized I was trying to make myself an idol in my own home. And I began to see that the truth is that's that word that says holiness is next to cleanliness, or cleanliness is next to holiness. That's godliness. It's not true, ladies. It's not true. It's good to have a clean home, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is loving on your kids and your husband. And there's a lot of sacrificial things you do, but it's worth it. Everything is so worth it. It's amazing now I can see my daughters, or 3 of them are a girl and 1's a boy, and they have their children and they mother so well. And I'm just so amazed at them. And, it's like I saw them mature and go beyond me. And I had to come up quite a ways, but they have just gone right way up above me now. And so I learned from them too. That's really fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. There is a popular belief that white men make better fathers, husbands, and always treat their woman well. That's a popular.
Who believes that?
Let me finish the question.
That's a lie.
Let me finish the question. Right, so that's a popular belief. So
Why is it that every other race of man, whether it be white, Chinese, Indian, whatever race it might be, why is it that every other race of men treat black women better than black men?
Was your life easy and stress-free because you married a white man? I'm actually that serious.
You are serious.
That is a...
Okay, no.
The way that you get treated by a white man, completely different from how you get treated by a black man. White men will actually date you, like take you out on dates, like fancy dinners and stuff. I've noticed that with some black men, they tend to put a little bit less effort into dates. Yo, like come kick back at the crib. Let's ball up in the basement. White men will also take you a lot seriously, a lot quicker. They'll want to tie the knot, as opposed to black men. They tend to take their time, and sometimes you can be with a guy for 10 plus years and he won't even propose then. And will also take the load off of you being a partner in the relationship. That's where they'll treat you like a lady and have a little bit less expectations when it comes to financial and just in every which way.
It's not true. Not anywhere. Every man is individual. Every man has their own walk, and certainly a white man can hurt their family as bad as a black man. There is no truth in that. Abuse goes across the boards, across cultures and everything. What I do see, I see men who minister to other people. I see my daughter's married to a pastor, and I see her, she has so much respect for him because he's such a godly man.
So I've always believed that you're going to find good and evil in anywhere, because men and women of all races and ethnicities have the capacity for good and evil. Some people just don't believe that. And so, like I said, instead of me sitting here and trying to explain it, I figured, okay, why not actually talk to somebody who's lived through the experience and see, well, was your life perfect? Was it not perfect?
No, we had a lot of abuse. I came from an alcoholic home, and there was tons of violence. And so I didn't even like men who treated me nicely.
You were attracted to men who treated you
I
bad.
liked the bad boys. And if they weren't some bad, I thought they were boring.
I think, honestly, I think a lot of women feel that way. I think a lot of women, especially if they grow up broken, maybe they don't have dads or the men in their life or the woman in their life, you know, they just get used to abuse.
Yeah,
It's attractive to them, even if it's toxic.
it's comfortable because the boundaries are somewhat the same as it is in your family of origin. And then you come into marriage and you find someone like your family, so you think you're safe. Now we know what these boundaries are, but it's a big lie.
So you're saying it feels good because it's familiar,
Yes,
even if it's toxic.
perfect. It's a familiar spirit.
Right.
It is a spiritual matter.
That's really interesting. Okay, so then with that, would you encourage Black women to seek out white men as husbands so they can avoid pain, hardship, and have good marriages?
Absolutely not. I'm sorry, I don't mean to smile at it. It's just so preposterous that I don't even know how to address it. I don't. It's just, I've learned so much about this domestic violence, and it goes across finances. It doesn't matter if I've seen some very, very poor people with the most beautiful marriages. And
then you see rich people who are, I remember when I worked in the $1 million, I was working in Ruby Hill. I was working there, $1 million, golf course club. And some of the awkwardness I saw between those couples, men who did not want to go, who literally spent their entire time at the bar getting drunk because they didn't want to go home to their wives. They didn't want to go home to their kids. And I'm like, you have all the money in the world. You should be happy. But they weren't.
it's not true. It's almost like you have the money that can afford you to go on another vacation or go out and buy something, but that's not going to make your marriage any better. You're trying to stuff it with the wrong things. And it's actually very sad.
Yeah.
When you see it, when you see someone doing that, you have to pray for them.